Wins. Fatality.
What's happening, guys? So, full time, Fulham 0, Arsenal 3. And the game didn't go how I expected. It actually went even better than what I expected. Arsenal in that game, we looked like our old selves in terms of before the World Cup. Because that's where we want to be. That's the Arsenal we want to be before the World Cup, right? Now, the concerns been rising is our defensive, our form in defence, right? But today, we keep another clean sheet away from home, which, to be honest, we've only kept 3 clean sheets at home this season, which I find embarrassing. To say that, teams are coming Emirates and scoring goals. Like, why is that happening? Now, albeit we've lost 1 game at home this season and drawn 2 at home. But it's alarming the goals that we're letting in regardless. But we've been doing better away from home. So I want to praise man like Big Tross, right? He made history today, being the first Premier League player to get a hat-trick of assists in the first half of a game. That's quite impressive to say. Premier League's been here since he started 1992, the Premier League era, and nobody's done that until today. Trossard is a bit of a gem that we've got in this team. Hat-trick of assists in the first half. That's levels. That's levels. People do that. People do that. They will do that throughout the game. Like, they do it within the 90 minutes, but he's done it within 45 minutes. So you've got to praise it. You can't knock it. First half, a bit worried about Ramsdale. There was certain things he was doing, like he misplaced a pass which a Fulham player got on the end of and could have easily been a goal. And it was another situation where he hesitated to kick the ball, and then the Fulham player almost could have got the ball off him and tapped it into an empty net. It's things like that. We need to cut that out. We need to cut it out. Get the ball out of there. Well, Partey played good in my opinion. Odegaard, he was all right. Got the goal, got the 3rd goal. Martinelli, he was levels today. Got the goal as well. Gabriel, the goal. It seems like he likes scoring against Fulham. He likes scoring against Fulham. But yeah, we looked more like how we looked when we played Bournemouth and Brentford earlier on in the season. That's where we want to be. That's how we want to be playing. I didn't expect Arsenal to be playing like this today, especially coming off the back of Europa League. Because we looked like we had about 8 days rest. I'm going to be real. We genuinely looked like you wouldn't have thought that we played Europa League just gone. Some will say it's only Fulham, but Fulham are a decent side. They're not where they're in the table, 7th at the moment. They're not there by fluke. They're there because they've been playing all right football this season. The 8th now. Yeah, the 8th. You don't get there by fluke. So anybody that's going to try and say it's only Fulham, right? Let's have a look at who Fulham beat this season, right? Let's go back as far as I can go. I can only go back as far as when they played in the EFL Cup. So they lost to us. They beat Brighton. Lost to Tottenham. Beat Forest. At Forest as well. Lost to Newcastle. Lost to West Ham. Drew to Bournemouth. Beat Villa. Beat Leeds. They were the 2nd team to beat Leeds. At Leeds. After we did it, actually. Drew to Everton. Lost against City. Lost against United. Beat Palace. Beat Southampton. Beat Leicester. Beat Chelsea. lost to Newcastle, lost to Tottenham, drew to Chelsea, beat Forest, beat Brighton, drew to Wolves, that Leeds one was the FA Cup, lost to Brentford, then lost to us again. So, you know what I mean? Again, sat 8th in the table. So, yeah, some could say it's only Fulham. You're supposed to beat him. And yeah, we are supposed to beat him. We've got a good record against them. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, it was a chance to pull back 5 points clear. That's a lot of pressure to have on a team. Now, what I want to do is I want to look at the fixtures, right? So, Arsenal's next fixture. Let me just go to... I had it on here. Oh, yeah. Next fixture. So, we've got after Sporting at Emirates, which I do think will win and go through. We have Crystal Palace on Sunday the 19th of March. Now, Man City don't play in the league that day. They play the FA Cup quarterfinals. And I'm going to assume, even though they're playing Burnley, Burnley are having an alright season, I do think they'll get through to the semi-final. Now, we have Palace, which means if we beat Palace at the Emirates, which we haven't done since 2018, right? We'll go 8 points clear with Man City having a game in hand, which means Man City will have to do some catching up. Then there's a goofy ass international break. And then we've got Leeds United at home on April Fool's Day, right? And that's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Man City play Liverpool that day, and I think that's in the evening. So, should we win our next 2 games in the league, right? We'll be 11 points clear with Man City having a game in hand. Well, 2 game in hands, because they'll have the game in hand for playing the FA Cup, and then they'll have to play Liverpool later on. So that's going to be pressure on them. But I hope we don't get complacent, because we've got Liverpool at Anfield after that. And then it'll be the quarterfinal of the Europa League after that, should we get there. And then Super Sunday is going to be West Ham, Arsenal. And I think if Man City do go through in the FA Cup to the semi-final, it'll be that weekend that they'll miss. And then we have Southampton on the Friday the 21st. Or it could be that weekend where if Man City in the FA Cup semi-final, you know what I mean? So it's a case of it'd be catching up time for Man City. You know what I mean? We've just got to keep winning. That's what we have to do. We have to keep winning. Because if I go on Man City's fixtures, right? Obviously, they've got Champions League next, then they've got Burnley and FA Cup. Oh, Man City Liverpool's at 12:30 on April Fool's Day. So, if we beat Palace next week, we'll go 8 points clear, and then Man City will have to crawl it back to 5 on April Fool's Day. And then we'll have to try and claw it back to 8 until they play their game in hand, which is going to be against... I don't know who that game in hand is, who they were supposed to have played. I don't know. But yeah, it's things will look good for us if we just keep winning games. That's all we need to do. From a fan's perspective, I'm looking at Man City's fixtures and I'm looking at what could be. From an Arsenal's perspective, it's a case of just win, keep winning. You know what I mean? Keep winning games. That's it. You know what I mean? Now, we know there's going to be hiccups. But when the hiccup comes, I want to be points clear. I want it to be that, you know what I mean? I want it to be points clear. Not that, we're just 2 points ahead and this, that, and the other. Now, I'm not going to come in here and say we're going to win the league. Because I still don't think we're going to do it. Because I just think that a hiccup is going to come and Man City are just going to keep blitzing. And I'm a bit nervy about when we go to the Etihad. You know what I mean? Arteta has to get a win against Man City in the Premier League at some point, man. Because that's the only team he hasn't beaten in the Premier League. But back to today's thrashing that we gave Fulham. I didn't expect that. I thought Fulham would be better than that, to be honest with you. I honestly did. I honestly thought Fulham, they'll be better than that. But they weren't. And we were just in total control. There was times we took the foot off the pedal. I mean, which we shouldn't do. Now, Jesus came back in this game. Personally, I didn't want to see him come on. Because I don't think this is really the game. We're already winning. But then again, it's better than bringing him on in a game where, you know, we're not winning. We're not in a winning position. But I'd rather have seen him come back after the internationals, to be fair. Because, you know, you just want to lock him in a gold-plated safe or something like that, where he can just kick a ball around until we're ready for him. You know what I mean? To protect him at all costs, kind of thing. And this is coming from somebody I didn't even rate Jesus like that, to be honest with you. I at the start, in fact, I said this last April. I said I don't think he's going to be enough for you know what I mean. There's a reason why Man City are going to let him go and blah blah blah. But I love that I was wrong about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, onwards and upwards. I mean, brilliant performance today. And I said brilliant because we looked like our old selves. We looked like the version of us before the World Cup. You know what I mean? And the more I look back at that time frame, going to Bournemouth and winning, and I think we kept a clean sheet there as well, and then going to Brentford. You know what I mean? A team who since then haven't lost a home game. You know what I mean? We look back at that 3-0 win against Brentford earlier on in the season, and you think to yourself, fuck me. You know what I mean? I didn't know till yesterday that Brentford hadn't lost a home game other than that. Didn't know. You know what I mean? So we had some fixtures that we got out of the way, and we're glad that we got them out of the way. You know what I mean? But yeah, but what more can I say? I mean, 5 points clear again. Let's just keep this going. You know what I mean? Let's keep this going. Let's just go for the Europa League as well, because I want the double. You know what I mean? I'd love the double. Absolutely love the double. But we'll see in it. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy with all the performances of the players today. Saka, you know, I forgot to mention about Saka. You know what I mean? Saka's just being Saka right now. You know what I mean? And you know that's what I want to see. Big Zinni, he's doing his thing. Ben White, Saliba, you know, Granit Xhaka, Odegaard, Big Tross, Martinelli. I mean, one thing I will say though is man like Big Fabio Vieira. He came on, and there was a point where he was pretty much through, and then he fell over, and I thought to myself, "Oh, come on, I'm rooting for you." I mean, I'm rooting for you, and you do that. But yeah. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.